So we move to start question 25. Sri Lakshman Ramboy, Minister in charge, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, reply to start question number 25. A, yes, sir. B, sir, gadgets are not prescribed by the department, but the online classes can be used to access through smartphone, tablet, laptop, and personal computers.
Mr. Speaker, sir, in that case, considering the fact that the situation because of the COVID-19, when it will be conducive for the students or for all of us to run the school, we never know. It is very uncertain. In that case, whether support will be given to the students who cannot afford to have certain gadgets, as it is mentioned by the Honorable Minister while replying to the students by the government.
Sir, this pandemic disrupted the life of each and every one of us, so also the student. In these circumstances, sir, we know there is a digital divide between the different students and different schools. And we know that there is a problem in the state, especially the connectivity is not proper, the 4G data does not reach each and every villages, and many parents, they could not afford to have this gadget. And we know that there is electric disruption. We know there is so many problems, but having known that fact, we have to explore the possibilities how to help the student who could have this gadget. That's why we from the department, we are trying to do these online classes, and I have said time and again, this will not be a substitute to the classroom teaching. This only will supplement the knowledge of the student. So, sir, as of now, the government, we learn this disparity or digital divide now only, where we know that even most of the teachers also, they are not well equipped to teach the student these online classes. So that's why this may be the way forward. But as of now, the government have no plan to subsidize or anything regarding the gadget for the student as of now.
Sir, yes, as the Honorable Minister has replied, many of the parents, they cannot afford to buy certain gadgets, smartphones to their children. That is the reason why the government should look at providing support to those kind of families who cannot afford. Because if only a certain section of the students are being able to avail these kind of teachings through online classes, then again certain section of the students will be discriminated from getting such classes. That is why only just to give proportionate help in regards to imparting teachings to the students, support should be given. And by forcing this, even the earlier government started distributing PC tablets. So whether this government is also continuing this program, and also if it is not required, then some more supplements will be there from the government side.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm very thankful for the Honorable Member for understanding that the need to help the student in this time. But sir, considering that the huge number of the students, we have about 9,21,461 students, and if a tablet costs even 2,000 or so, is about 200 crore. So I don't think it is proper as of now. But we will explore all the possibilities. We are, in fact, in the last meeting which we have with the Union HRD Minister, I have explained the difficulties of the student. So if the government of India try to help us, we may come up with a plan. The plan is there, but the thing is that without the resources, it is not possible for us to go. But I hope that the parent, I hope the society understand that we need to explore all the possibilities, and digital world is a reality. So how to go with it? And we also hope that in the future, looking at the situation regarding this pandemic crisis, where the market is huge, maybe some company will manufacture as compatible, but so to say, it is a cheaper smartphone, which the government could afford to subsidize the students. So as of now, it is very difficult for the government to subsidize this smartphone to all the 9 lakh students. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we need not give the support to entire 9 lakh students. Because considering the fact that some of the classes, they are on the verge of appearing in the board exams, like class 9, 10, these 2 classes may be given support, and 11 and 12, these 2 classes may be given support. For higher studies, as it is also, in higher studies, to have certain kind of laptop or smartphones are becoming mandatory. So the students in the higher studies might be having already. So at least these 2 categories, 9, 10 and 11, 12, if you can work out, then you can find out as to what will be the financial implication on this. But as the minister has replied that they have not yet explored, that means they are yet to decide on this. At least decision should be made, and exploration should have been made. Then afterwards only this kind of burden is being, will have to be borne by the government, so it is not possible. That part, that understanding will be there, but if the government has not yet decided and explored the thing, then how the government will be in a position to decide as to whether it will be possible on the government's part or not. So at least these two categories of students should be given support, sir.
So I have answered in my reply to the question. Also, I've already said that we know the difficulties, and we know the concern of the student. We have to teach the student. That's why we are coming up with this. As I said before, that it is not mandatory, but it is complementary. It will supplement the teaching of students. And sir, we have the plan, but that's why I know why we have 9,21,000. And if we talk about secondary school, we have 1,11,350 students. And we talk about higher secondary school, we have 58,000 plus students. So we have the data with us. We know the financial implication. That's why I tell before that it is not possible. As of now, we are exploring ways and means how to help it. And number 2, sir, which I want to tell here is that, sir, we are not only doing through the smartphone or through this thing, but we are exploring we are tied up with Dudashan Kendra. They are also teaching online classes from 11 till 2 p.m. every day from Monday till Saturday. And we are also doing through radio, All India Radio. Anybody who have a smartphone who didn't have radio also, if they have phone, they can connect with radio at 10:30 in the morning till 11:30. The program is for the student. So we are exploring all the possibilities to help our student. And we will try to do more. That's why we have the plan, but as I said before, we need the resources. And we know the resources not less than 150 crore we need as of now to do only this 1 lakh plus student for secondary and 58,000 for higher secondary. So we need, so as of now, it is only to supplement for the student, not compulsory.
Sir, I can understand. Mr. Speaker, sir, I can understand the problem of the government, but then it all depends on the priority. Burden may be there, but then while running the government, running the state, it is all about giving priority. Yesterday, I was listening to the reply of the Honorable Chief Minister after the budget discussion. He was categorically stressing upon giving priority to the health sector and education sector, these 2 social sectors. So I don't understand why this much priority cannot be given by the government. Now, I would like to also know from the Honorable Minister or the Chief Minister. Yesterday, the leader of the opposition in his submission during budget discussion, he was stressing upon, which was not, of course, because of the paucity of time, could not be responded by the Chief Minister in his reply. These private schools, now they are in big problem. Private schools, they are not being able to give the salary to the teachers, and they are asking from the students to pay the tuition fees. They are in dilemma as to whether they will give the tuition fees, monthly tuition fees or not. And if they don't give, the management in the private schools, they are not being able to give the salary. So some kind of support will have to be given to this private school. You explore the mechanism as to how to go about. Otherwise, these children, now this particular question is in the 30th number. It may not come today, but it is very, very important. That is why only. And since it is sorted for today, I think the information is with the minister. So since it is also important, I am drawing the attention of the government. Because we cannot just shirk off our responsibility. These private schools, whoever are studying in private schools, our children only. And if something happens, if some private schools have to be closed down, then there will be a big dislocation in the academical career of our children. That is why it is very, very important. I would like to draw the attention and urge upon the government to give at least some support to these public, private schools who are also giving service to the mankind, to our children. Thank you, sir.
So, regarding the remark of the honourable member regarding that the government is not prepared to take the education forward, I totally disagree with that, sir. And it is the question of not only preparing of the student, it's not providing a gadget to the student, it's the question of whether, now I have seen during this time, sir, that there are many teachers which are not equipped to disseminate, to teach through these online classes. There are many students also who cannot use. So, sir, that's why from the beginning, there is a digital divide. That's why for the teachers, sir, we have, the DRP has designed the course. They teach their teachers how to teach the student online. The course order, they can go online. That's why I told we are ready, but the problem is we have the connectivity. We have the problem with that some of the teachers are not digitally incompatible, and then there are now when we do, if we supply the smartphone, now the question comes that who will pay for the data? Because they need the data. It's not only once you keep the phone, only the phone. You need to recharge that mobile. Otherwise, the phone is just a phone. You need the data. So problem is there. We understand the problem, but we will work out how to overcome this problem. Our student priority is our priority, because without educated student, how will be the world in the future? We want to do. We'll explore. I'm very thankful to the Honorable Chief Minister who always sit together, try to find ways and means how to do that. But we will do that, but as of now, it is not possible for us to go. And regarding the problem which raised by the Honorable for the private school, sir, we are examining the matter. That's why we didn't come then and there. And the decision is not be taken. You may tell us that why, now almost 2 months, why you didn't take a decision? Sir, we didn't know when this pandemic will end. Maybe the decision which we take at that time then will become a peanut if as and when. So, sir, the government weighs all the pros and cons, all the difficulties faced by the student, faced by the parent because of this economic crisis, faced by the management of the private school. We will come up with the solution, but that solution may not be please everybody, but we will come, the best solution, it will come in 1-2 days, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, in fact, my question was already raised, but I'll just ask one supplementary to the Honourable Minister. do we have the data about how many private schools are there in the state who are self-owned and do not get any assistance from the government? Do we have the data?
We have the data, but that data is not there with me, so I can't reply how much, how many. So if that is to be questioned to be asked, so I will reply notice if that question is to be asked.
Then my second question will be, there are a lot of schools, private schools, in and around the suburbs of Greater Shillong, who charge very low fees to the students because they are from the villages, but they're owned by private individuals. Now they are finding it very difficult to pay the salary of the teachers. So like the question raised, will you consider in the future to assist these schools if this situation continues, where students are not being able to pay their fees and ultimately the school can't pay the teachers?
Sir, assistance to the school at this moment is not possible, sir. Though we have seen yesterday the budget of the education department is 2,525 crore, the largest for the department. But sir, that it may not meet even our current commitment also. So, sir, I will tell frankly that assistance to any school at this juncture is not possible. But we will explore the ways. The door is open. If the if the situation arises, if the resource is there, we will try to help each and everybody. We are here to help the people, sir.
Please.
Honorable Speaker, sir, we must congratulate the Education Department for the kind of study that is going on, because we understand from the reply of the Honorable Minister that pretty much they know what the problem is. Now, in light of the digital divide mentioned by the Honorable Minister in the course of his reply, we now understand that there are one set of students that are going ahead with their course of study, whereas there is another set of students which is not getting an education at any kind of education. So, Honorable Minister has also mentioned, Speaker Sir, that he has designed a plan. Now may I know, what is the plan of the government in this digital divide for those students who have no access to education? Because those that have access are receiving a regular syllabi completion. May I know, sir?
So, the plan is like this. Because we know that there is a digital divide, the one who have and the one who have not, and the one who have also, but he didn't have the connectivity. So, our plan is that when to open the school. Because we know classroom teaching is the must for those students. And we may tell that homeschooling. So many of the students are also the first generation, and many of family are the first generation learner. Their parents may not able to teach them. So, sir, we have to think. We are planning how to open the school, in what way, so that our children could go to school, taking into consideration their health issue, taking into consideration the education issue, and how to plan the calendar, how to plan content. We have that in plan, but as of now, since this is a pandemic and we will know when it will end, I cannot say when, but we have the plan. The plan is that how to open the school. We know online is not a substitute to classroom teaching.
Kaban. Kong Amrin, please.
So now we understand that this is a problem that is not peculiar only to the state of Meghalaya. And I'm sure that the Department of Education is in constant touch with Government of India as to how to go about. I know that it will not be possible for the Honorable Minister to give us a complete briefing here in the House during the question hour. But can we, as the opposition, also be privy to the forward plan? Because by the looks of it, sir, likely this year may be declared a zero year in the event of education not going forward. what happens to the board exams, as most of the members have inquired? May we be privy to this information so that we can also be comfortable whenever we are asked with questions in the community?
We know that the date of lifting of this lockdown, when the school, college, or institution could be opened, then taking into consideration how many more working hours, how many more days we could have this year or that year, then only, and I will surely share that information with the honorable member. Thank you, sir.
George.
Sir, just a point, sir. We have been discussing both school and higher secondary school students. But similar agony is also being faced by college students. The university has started the online classes, and again, the digital divide is creating a problem. So there's also a fear, sir, that it may affect their academic progress. So I would request the government also, sir, to kindly study this matter and perhaps allay the fears of the students in discussions with the university as well, sir.
So, not only the school student, even for the college student also we know what is the problem. We are working, we held a meeting, in fact, twice with the NEHU authorities, because the UGC has issued notice time and again regarding these online classes and how to take forward, and we know what is the constraint. So, the point which we raised by the member, we are noting, we are constantly seeing that not only for the lower primary, even to the university level also, we are trying to get in touch